Welcome to your first website. Have you ever wondered what a website really is? At its core, a website is simply a collection of files stored on a computer called a server. When you type a web address into your browser, Google, Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox, you are asking that server to send those files to your computer. Your browser then reads these files and displays them as the web page you see. Text, images, colors. Before we can start building, we need to make sure we have the right tools for the job. Luckily, you only need two essential pieces of software to create a basic website, and both are completely free. The first is a web browser. You are using one right now to read this. Google, Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Safari. A browser's job is to interpret the code files that make up a website and display them visually for you to interact with. For our project, any modern browser will work perfectly, so just use the one you are most comfortable with. The second and most important tool is a text editor. Now that your tools are ready, it is time to create the foundation of your website, the HTML file. Open your new text editor, like Visual Studio Code. You will be greeted with a blank screen, which is your empty canvas. The first thing we need to do is tell the browser what kind of document this is. The declaration is, it tells the browser this is an HTML5 document. It should always be the very first thing in your file. After the doc type, add the root element of every HTML page, the tag. HTML uses pairs of tags. Opening tag, closing tag. Everything else goes between those tags. They are the main container for your site. Inside the document splits into two sections. With our HTML skeleton in place, we can now start adding some visible content. Let's begin with a heading and a paragraph. This content will go inside the tags. The body is where all the visible elements of our page live. Headings use through. Here is a large H1 heading example. Type your heading here and then add a paragraph with your text. The body is where visible elements live. A website with only text can be a bit boring. Images are essential for making a page more engaging and visually appealing. So, let's add an image to our web page. To do this, we use the tag. Unlike and the tag is a self-closing tag. The src attribute tells the browser where to find the image file. Save your image in the same folder as your HTML file. Common image types include JPG, PNG, and .gif, for example. Also add alt text for accessibility, alt a beautiful sunset over the ocean. Our website has structure and content, but it probably looks quite plain. Just black text on a white background. This is where CSS, or cascading style sheets, comes in. CSS is the language we use to style our HTML. There are a few ways to add CSS.